students, welcome to Math Magnet. Math made easy. This is for all you little geniuses who need a little help with math. Remember to use this video only as a guide to help you solve your math problems after you have attempted to solve them yourselves. Let's get into today's video. Today we are going to do chapter 2 fractions. We'll be solving questions of review and thinking cap from the workbook for grade 6A. Let's look at the first question. Find the value of 6 by 7 divided by 4. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So we know when division goes to the other side of the equation, it becomes multiplication. So here 6 by 7 divided by 4. When divided by 4, that is which is divided by 4 by 1, goes to this side of the equation and becomes into 1 by 4. It becomes the opposite way. So division becomes multiplication. 4 by 1 becomes 1 by 4. So 6 by 7 into 1 by 4, we can simplify 4 and 6 as 2 and 3 under 2 multiplication tables. So it becomes 3 by 7 into 1 by 2, which is equal to 3 by 14. The second question, find the value of 5 divided by 8 by 9. Give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So 5 divided by 8 by 9, we know division when it goes to this side of the equation becomes multiplication, and 8 by 9 gets reversed as 9 by 8. So it becomes 5 into 9 by 8. Now here we cannot simplify further, so this becomes 5 into 9 by 8 into 1, which is equal to 45 by 8. Now the question here is to give an answer in mixed numbers. So to give the answer in mixed numbers, 45 by 8 can be rewritten as 5 by 8, which is 5 times 8 40, 40 plus 5, 45 by 8. So the final answer is 5 by 8. The next question, find the value of 5 by 8 divided by 3 by 4. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So the question 5 by 8 divided by 3 by 4 can be rewritten as 5 by 8 into 4 by 3, because division when it comes here becomes multiplication. 3 by 4 becomes 4 by 3. Now here we can simplify this 5 by 8 into 4 by 3 using the 4 tables. 4 and 8 goes twice. So it becomes 5 into 1 by 2 into 3, which is equal to 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 is your simplest form of your answer. The next question. Titus has a rectangular piece of fabric which is 3 by 4 meters long and 2 by 5 meters wide. He cuts it into 3 equal pieces. What is the area of each small piece of fabric? Express your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So now this person has a rectangular piece of fabric which is 3 by 4 meters long and 2 by 5 meters wide. So we know area of this rectangular piece can be calculated as length into breadth, the formula for calculating any rectangular shape. So the area of this piece can be calculated as 3 by 4 into 2 by 5, which is 2 and 4 gets cancelled into as 2 times. So it becomes 3 into 1 by 2 into 5, which is equal to 3 by 10. So the area of this original rectangular piece of cloth was 3 by 10. Now he cuts it into 3 equal pieces. When you cut it into 3 equal pieces, you will have to divide this 3 by 10 by 3. So area of each small piece will be 3 by 10 divided by 3, which can be rewritten as 3 by 10 into 1 by 3. So 3 and 3 cancels out, so it becomes 1 by 10. So area of each small piece is equal to 1 by 10 meters square. Let's look at the next question. A gardener planted some seeds at equal distance apart along a straight road. The third seedling and the fifth seedling were 9 by 10 meters apart. The second seedling and the last seedling were 6 by 3 by 4 meters apart. How many seedlings did he plant? Now let's look at it in a figurative way. So assume these are the seeds that the gardener has planted, and they are saying the distance between the third and the fifth is 9 by 10 meters. Now the second and the last seedling, we don't know what number is the last seedling, and they're saying the distance between the second and the last seedling is 3 by 4 meters. They are asking to find how many seedlings are there, that is which number is this last seedling. Let's see how to solve this. Distance between third and fifth, that is there are 3 seeds, right? 3, 4 and 5, which is 2 spaces or 2 units we can say. This 9 by 10 meters. That I repeat, the distance between third and fifth, which can be considered as 2 units or 3 seats, is equal to 9 by 10 meters. Now distance between second and last. Now we don't know how many units it is, nor do we know how many seats is it. But we know distance between second and last is 6 3 by 4 meters, which is equal to 27 by 4, which is 6 4s are 24 plus 3, 27 by 4 meters. Now we know 9 by 10 meters is equal to 2 units. Now we need to know how many units is 27 by 4. So to find that, 27 by 4 into 2 divided by 9 by 10. Using the board mass, if you do 27 into 2, we can be written as 27 by 4 into 2 by 1 into division becomes multiplication, 9 by 10 becomes 10 by 9. So that will be equal to, you can cancel out 2 and 4. So it becomes 1 and 2, and same way 9 and 27 can be cancelled out, and in turn 10 can be cancelled out by 2 as 5, and 9 and 27 can be cancelled out with 3 times. So that it finally becomes 3 into 5. So basically there are 15 units. Now 15 units from second seed to the last seed becomes the 17th seed, considering this is here, this first seed also has to be considered. This is the first seed, second seed, this is the first space or first unit, second unit, third unit, fourth unit, fifth unit, sixth unit and so on. At the end of 15th unit you will find the 17th seed. So the gardener planted 17. The next question, Celine has 35 kg of pistachios. She sold 3 by 5 of the pistachios on Saturday and 4 by 7 of the remaining pistachios on Sunday. She then packed the remaining pistachios into some bag, each containing 5 by 8 kg of pistachios. How many bags of pistachios did Celine pack at most? And what was the mass of pistachios left? Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So to begin with, we know that she had a total of 35 kgs of pistachios. Now on Saturday, she sold 3 by 5 of 35 kg. That is 3 by 5 into 35. 5 and 35 cancels out 7 times. So it becomes 7 into 3, which is 21 kgs. So on Saturday, she has sold 21 kgs. Now the remaining kg will be 35 minus 21, which is equal to 14 kgs. Now on Sunday she had 14 kgs. On Sunday she has sold 4 by 7 of the remaining, that is 4 by 7 of 14 kg. Now 4 by 7 of 14 can be written as 4 by 7 into 14, and 7 and 14 cancels out twice, so it becomes 4 into 2, which is equal to 8 kg. So on Sunday she has sold 8 kgs. Now at the end of the sale on Sunday, she is left with 14 minus 8, which is 6 kgs left. 14 why? Because after the sale on Saturday 21 kg, she was left with 14 kgs, and on Sunday she has sold 8 kgs, so it becomes 14 minus 8 equal to 6 kgs. So after the sale on Sunday, pistachios left is 6 kg. Now the question here is, she has packed the remaining, that is the remaining 6 kgs into some bags, and each bag contained 5 by 8 kg of pistachios. Now to find the number of bags, we have to divide the total divided by the amount in each bag. So which is 6 divided by 5 by 8 kg, which is equal to, division becomes multiplication, 5 by 8 becomes 8 by 5. So 6 into 8 by 5, which is equal to 48 by 5, and it can be written as 9 3 by 5. Now the number of bags that had 5 by 8 for sure is 9. You will have to take the whole number part here for finding the number of bags. So for the first question, how many bags of pistachios did Celine pack at most is 9 bags. Celine packed the remaining pistachios in 9 bags. Now the next question is, what was the mass of pistachios left? Give your answer as a fraction in simplest form. Now after packing in 9 bags, she was still left with some pistachios. For 9 bags, each of the 9 bags had 5 by 8 kgs, and of the 6 kg, after packing into 9 bags each of 5 by 8 kg, she was left out with some amount of pistachios. They want us to know the amount of pistachios left. To find that, now we'll first calculate how much kg is used in the 9 bags. That is, 9 bags contain 9 into 5 by 8, which is equal to 45 by 8. Now pistachios left after Sunday sale is 6 kg. So the balance will be the answer to the question B. That is 6 minus 45 by 8. Now to make this equivalent equation fraction, we'll convert 6 as 48 by 8. Okay. So you will get the same denominator as 8. So it becomes 48 by 8 minus 45 by 8, that is equal to 3 by 8. So the pistachios left after packing into 9 bags becomes 3 by 8 kg. Let's look at the next question. Mr. Abdul made tuna and curry potato filling for some puffs. 3 by 5 of the filling he made was tuna and the rest was curry potato. After he used 1 by 8 kg of the tuna filling and made another 3 by 4 kg of curry potato filling, he then had equal amounts of tuna filling and curry potato fillings left. How much tuna filling did he make at first? Give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So here we will draw a before and after model. Now since they've given that he made 3 by 5 of the filling was tuna, so we'll make tuna as 3 boxes and potato will be the remaining, which is 2 by 5. So total 5 units, 3 units belong to tuna and 2 units belong to potato. Now after diagram will be, he has used up 1 by 8 of the tuna, 1 by 8 kg of the tuna. So we will remove 1 by 8 of the final unit. And for potato, he has made another 3 by 4 kg. He has added a 3 by 4 kg. And now once that is done, both of them becomes equal. Tuna and potato becomes equal quantity. So here we can easily see this 1 unit will be equal to 3 by 4 plus 1 by 8 kg, which makes it both equal. So it becomes, converting it into like fractions, it becomes 6 by 8 plus 1 by 8, which is equal to 7 by 8 kg. So 1 unit is equal to 7 by 8 kg. Now tuna he has 3 units. So which means how much he has initially can be calculated by multiplying 3 by 7 by 8, which is equal to 21 by 8. And that can be written in mixed fraction as 2 5 by 8 kg. So Mr. Abdul made 2 5 by 8 kg of tuna at first. Now let's solve some put on your thinking cap questions. Let's look at the first question. Nadia and Leakin had a total of 360 buttons. Nadia gave 1/5 of her buttons to Leakin. Leakin then gave 1/4 of her buttons to Nadia. In the end, each of them had the same number of buttons. How many buttons did Nadia have at first? We will approach this problem in the reverse direction. Okay, so we know that at the end of giving each other, both of them had equal number of buttons, and we also know that the total number of buttons was 360 buttons. So divided by 2 will give you 180 buttons. So Nadia had 180 buttons, Leakin had 180 buttons at the end. Now how did Leakin get 180 buttons? That is because she gave away 1/4 of her buttons she had. So as in we will go in the reverse direction. Okay, we said that we know that they had equal number of buttons, and then we are going the previous step, which is Leakin gave 1/4 of the buttons. After she gave 1/4 of the buttons, Leakin was left with 180 buttons. So which means 3 by 4 units were equal to 180. Now let's find out how much she had before she gave 1/4 to Nadia, which is 1 unit equal to 180 into 4 by 3, which is equal to 60 into 4 equal to 240 buttons. So before Leakin gave 1/4 of her buttons to Nadia, she had 240 buttons. Now, how did Leakin have 240 buttons? That is because Nadia gave her 1 by 5 of her buttons to Leakin. Now, if Leakin had 240 and Nadia would have had 120 buttons, right? Because 360, totally they had 360 buttons. So, if Leakin had 240, Nadia should have 360 minus 240, which is 120 buttons. Now, Nadia had 120 buttons after she gave 1/5 of her to Leakin, correct? She had some amount of buttons. After she gave 1/5 of her buttons to Leakin, Leakin had 240 buttons. If when Leakin had 240 buttons, Nadia had 120 buttons, which means 4 by 5 units were equal to 120. 1 unit will be equal to 120 divided by 4 by 5, which is equal to 120 into 5 by 4, which is equal to 30 into 5, which is equal to 150. So before Nadia gave 1 by 5 units of her button to Leakin, she had 150 buttons. So Nadia at first had 150 buttons. Let's look at the next question. There were 235 more red balloons than green balloons at a party. After 4 by 5 of the red balloons and 3 by 4 of the green balloons burst, there were 92 balloons left. How many balloons were there altogether at first? Now, we know there were 5 units of red balloon because 4 by 5 of the red balloons were bursted. So, which means there were 5 units in this 4 units burst. So, red balloons has 5 units. Similarly, we know green balloons has 4 units because 3 units of the 4 units burst. Correct? So, it is 3 by 4 units burst. So, totally they had green balloons, there were 4 units. Now, we can write it like this, that is 5 units of red balloon minus 4 units of green balloon was equal to 235 because in the question they have given 235 red balloons, the difference between red balloons and green balloons were 235. So 5 units of red balloons minus 4 units of green balloons were equal to 235. Let us name this as equation 1. Now we know one red balloon plus one green balloon, that is the balloons that were left, correct? 4 by 5, 4 units got bursted, so 1 unit is left. Same way 1 unit of green balloon is also left. Both together were equal to 92 balloons. So 1R plus 1G will be equal to 92. Let us rename this as equation 2. Now multiply this equation 2 by 5. That will be equal to 5R plus 5G equal to 460. We are multiplying equation 2 with 5. This is for cancelling out with equation 1. That is why we are multiplying it with 5. Let's name this as equation 2a. Now subtract equation 1 from equation 2. It becomes 5R plus 5G minus 5R minus 4G equal to 460 minus 235. So if you cancel it out, you will get it as 9G equal to 225 and G equal to 1G equal to 225 divided by 9 is equal to 25. So this is the value of 1 unit of green balloon. Now let's substitute this value of 1G in equation 2, which is 1R plus 1G equal to 92. So when you substitute the value of G, it becomes 1R plus 25, the value of 1G equal to 92. So R will be equal to 67. Now we found the value of 1 unit of R and 1 unit of green and 1 unit of red. So at first the total balloons we know were equal to 5R plus 4G, which is equal to 5 into 67 plus 4 into 25, which is equal to 335 plus 100, which is equal to 435. So the total balloons that were there altogether at first was 435 balloons. Thank you friends. Hope you found this video helpful. If yes, please do like, share with your friends and subscribe for more such useful videos. Feel free to comment your doubts down below and I shall get back to you at the earliest. See you soon with another math video. Bye.